Let's go with the beverage knowledge. Um, it's crucial that you sell aperitifs. It's crucial that you sell soft drinks and coffee and tea. And to do that, you gotta have the knowledge about the drinks. Um, when you're working in the summer and you offer the guest a nice Aperol spritz, ooh, there is nothing more refreshing than a beautifully made Aperol spritz. And you're suggesting to the guest Aperol spritz, and they ask you what is it, and it's a very simple drink. But if you don't know, you're not going to be able to explain. And how do you sell that then? Why are you suggesting this to us if you don't know what it is? So you got to learn not only the menu and the wine list, but also you need to know the ingredients in the cocktails and the aperitifs that you suggest to the guests. Um, let's go with one by one, all the beverages, and we're gonna talk specifically for every single beverage that we suggest. Now, bottled water is not beverage; it's not qualified as a beverage. It's just water, but it's the most common thing. So we start with the water, and the bottled water. Significance of that is that it's just like insanely profitable, guys. When you work in a fine dining restaurant, we sell bottles of water that cost like $15. A bottle of water, $15. And guests buying that because they don't want to drink tap water. Some are just feeling embarrassed if they ordered a tap water, but some just don't like to drink tap water. They want to drink um, you know a mineral water. So they order bottled water, and it's $15, and it's like extremely profitable. And sometimes you have four people on the table, you can sell 2 and 3 bottles of water because people drink a lot of water. And when you're offering bottled water, make sure that you ask for sparkling or non-sparkling bottle. If they want to be cold or room temperature, those are important things. And if, for example, if they want a slice of lemon, now we are working in fine dining. Fine dining is different than local neighborhood restaurants or mom and pop restaurant. We are trying to anticipate guest needs. We are trying to please the guests in the maximal way possible. So yes, water, excellent. Bottle of water. They order bottle of water. It's $15. They are paying a lot of money for this water. Make sure that they enjoy and they understand that you are trying to make them enjoy. So, do you like sparkling, non-sparkling? Do you like to be cold or room temperature? Would you like to have a slice of lemon with this water? The guests will appreciate this extra effort that you make. You will say, man, come on, it's a bottle of water. Yes, but the kindness and the extra step that you take, that what makes the difference in the guest experience and the way they perceive you. So, and that's how you earn the money. That's what makes the guest tip you better than just a professional service that doesn't go the extra mile. Tap water. Honestly, we should always give the guest the option of tap water. All right, because not every guest wants to pay $15 for a bottle, and a lot of guests don't like to drink mineral water. They want to drink a normal water. And if the tap water, maybe it's filtered or whatever it is, but it's you know you can drink it, then we can offer it to the guest. And the same thing works just like the bottled water. You go the extra mile. Would you like ice in it? Would you like a slice of lemon? All right. And you will see the appreciation in the guest's eyes once you do something like that. Because a lot of guests feel embarrassed to order tap water, but they will order it, for example, anyway. And once you tell them that, hey, don't worry about it, would you like some lemon? Would you like some ice? They will start feeling better. They will love you. You just want their trust with just a simple thing, tap water. And then everything else is much, much easier. The cocktails. Now, the significance of cocktails is, I think it's everybody knows it. First of all, they enhance the guest experience because everybody wants to sit down in a nice fine dining restaurant and have a beautiful and perfectly made cocktail, because that increases, raises the mood, and they enjoy themselves much better. Of course, that raises also the bill for you. And if the cocktails are really well made and look amazing, it's very possible that the guests will go for a second and third cocktail before even they get their meals. It's very, very possible. And that brings extra money to you and to the restaurant. Now, when you are suggesting cocktails, make sure you describe them again with passion, with a little story about your barkeeper or about the ingredients. Maybe it's made with local rum or local vodka or local whiskey, whatever it is. Just put the story behind so you can pick the interest of the guest, and you can sell it easier. Wine. We already talked about the significance of the wine. Wines are very, very well profitable items. Management love to see waiters who sell wine, and nothing enhances the guest experience as a nice bottle of wine that matches perfectly with their food. So always, before you make suggestion, make sure you ask for the preferences, and then you tailor your suggestion based on those preferences. All right. Um, Champagne and sparkling wine. Don't miss opportunity to offer champagne or prosecco or other sparkling wine if you, in your conversation with the guest, understand that they are celebrating something. All right. If they're celebrating something, make a suggestion that they have a nice glass of champagne for toast, to celebrate their whatever milestones are. And you can always describe, not just say champagne, but you can use like the magic words to describe the champagne. Maybe you have something that is very special. Maybe you have knowledge about the taste of this champagne. Whatever it is, just use descriptive language, and a story. Like nothing enhances celebration like a fresh, elegant glass of champagne, and maybe you mention the name of the champagne, whatever you have in by the glass, and so on, so, or maybe a bottle. Beer. Now, beer is a very common drink. Not much beer we serve in the fine dining restaurant, but it's also served in. Make sure that you are able to mention all the different beers that you have, because the guests, when they come to the restaurant, a lot of guests, they just want a beer and they don't want to look at the menu to see what kind of beers you have. They will just go ahead and ask you. So make sure you have Beck's, you have Heineken, you have whatever you have. Just be prepared to give the guests the information so they can choose a beer. Digestives, brandy, cognac, liqueurs, those are things that we really sell at the end of the evening to a fine dining guest. They love to sit down and talk for hours on a nice cognac or a nice brandy or a nice rum. And maybe if it's a smoking lounge, they smoke their cigars and they drink their brandy or their cognac, and they just add to the bill and add to the bill and add to the bill, and of course add to their enjoyment, because there is nothing more enjoyable for a guy to sit down and smoke a nice cigar with a really heavy aged cognac or rum, or scotch, whatever they love, and nothing makes their life experience better. But you gotta know, for example, if the guest comes and asks what kind of scotch you have, do you have single malts, you have single barrel, what do you got, like, gotta be able to distinguish between blended scotch, blended whiskey, single malts, and so on. You gotta be able to tell the guest what you got, and make sure that you learn these drinks and the beverages and the cocktails that you serve in the restaurant, and you are able to explain them to the guests. Specialized non-alcoholic mocktails, mostly for kids. Maybe some guests that don't drink alcohol will like to order some of those. Again, you should be able to explain to them what is it and what kind of flavors and tastes they have, and then of course, um, to be able to sell it, you gotta convince the guest that you will bring to the table a glass that is perfectly curated with it was gonna look like a cocktail, and they will be just able to enjoy a mocktail, but not being embarrassed drinking from a long glass with a straw or something like that. You got to be able to present the drink perfectly.